Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So for today's fiasco, I'm going to be doing a small little thing that I like to call Factual Fridays, and it's basically going to be me speaking facts, okay, mostly pertaining to societal standards and people's opinions and things like that. You know, even if you don't agree with it, to me this is sort of factual in my book, and this is sort of how I feel pertaining to certain topics and certain things. And basically I just want to open up a discussion down in the comment section or whatever it is. If you guys go through anything similar as to what I'm talking about, I just want to sort of open up a community where people can kind of talk about whatever topic it is that I chose to talk about on that certain Friday, okay? So today's topic, I'm going to be talking about something that does affect me very closely, and it is the age gap when it comes to dating. So basically, for those of you guys that have been following my channel and that have been kind of following me closely, my significant other is younger than me. I am 26 years old and my significant other is 19. So when we first started talking, I was 25 and he was 18. And at first I was a little hesitant on, I guess, opening up that gateway, because in my mind, and especially in my culture, sort of talking to somebody that is so much younger, especially as a woman, was kind of like taboo in a way. Like, my mom would always tell me that I need to date somebody who's older than me and that can take care of me and whatever it is. She would basically say, try to date somebody around the same age as you or somebody that is older than you. It was never something that ever crossed my mind to date somebody, especially that much younger. For some reason, like, especially my track record, I don't know why, but your girl has never been able to date somebody older than her. I don't know what it is, okay, but like, I think my first boyfriend was actually a year younger than me, and that's his fault because he lied to me saying that he was the same age as me, and you know, we were too young to have IDs and stuff like that. But either way, he lied to me and I found out that he was actually a year younger than me, okay? So your girl was not happy about that because I can't have a relationship that's based on lies, all right? That, and he cheated on me, so fuck him, all right? But either way, my first boyfriend was a year younger than me. My second boyfriend was actually 3 years younger than me. So it was a little strange just because of the fact that a lot of people were judging even the fact that he was 3 years younger than me. And it did make me feel a little uncomfortable because of the fact that, like, it's not something that I normally do. I was looking to date somebody around my age or somebody older, but it always happened that I found somebody younger. So after he and I split up, my now boyfriend is about like 7 years younger than me. So it did open up a gateway, especially in my inner circle, like my family and my friends, to a discussion where a lot of them decided to give me their opinions that I did not ask for. Like, point blank period, I did not ask for it, okay? But hold on, let me just fix this a little bit. But they decided that they were going to give me their opinions anyway. And I decided to do a video specifically on the age gap issue because I don't really feel like it should be an issue. Now, is it an issue when it comes to pedophilia? Yes, that is a huge issue, okay? Now, I am not seeing somebody, however, that resembles a young boy. I am not seeing somebody that is prepubescent in any way. Like, I swear to God, I am not a pedophile. Like, that is not something that I condone or that I'm into. To be honest, when I first met him, I really thought he was in his early 20s, just because he is 6'1", he's 195 pounds, he's a football player, his biceps are probably the size of my head, and he has like a full-grown beard and everything, and those are all things that I like. I like tall men with beards, brown hair, blue eyes, you know, the whole manly looking masculine biceps with a big chest and everything. So like, he was definitely somebody that I was sort of checking out in the beginning because he was very attractive to me. He looked like a whole grown man. But I come to find out that he was actually 18 at the time, and I was a little off put by that because of the fact that he was so young. But, you know, he proved to me that yes, he's more mature than people his age. We have been together for about 7 months now, and we don't fight about stupid things. There's no differences when it comes to the things we like to do. We don't disagree on things that have to do with immaturity or anything like that. If anything, I'm probably the more immature one in the relationship. But either way, due to his past and childhood traumas and stuff, he's actually a lot more mature than most people that I've met. But of course, me dating somebody that young kind of brought in the whole discussion of, well, now I'm going to give you my opinion, all right? And this was coming from friends and family alike, sometimes even strangers, like sometimes people that I don't even know. Okay, so he did, like, obviously recently graduate high school and everything, so it was kind of annoying to kind of see that a lot of people were just kind of talking in a manner where it's like, oh, she's a cougar, she's so old, why are you dating somebody like that, you know, she's basically, like, she's old enough to be your mom. And it's like, okay, first of all, no, because I didn't have a kid when I was 7, all right? Be realistic, y'all. Okay, and second of all, it's kind of like, I have people from my ear like, oh, you're dating somebody so young, why would you want to date somebody who's so immature still, like, he's only 19 years old, like, why would you want to date somebody that isn't established, doesn't have a career, you know, whatever, just naming all this stuff. Like, you're 26 years old, you should be looking to start a family, and you should be doing this and that, whatever. Okay, for those of y'all who know me, all right, first of all, I do not conform to societal standards, okay? Yes, I'm 26 years old. At some point, oh, hello, mamas. At some point, yes, I would love to start a family. I would love to, all right? But I just feel like I'm not really ready right now. To be honest with you, I want to put it off for a couple more years. I want to say maybe until like I'm 29, 30-ish at least. I definitely want to wait a little bit because I'm not financially stable, which I would like to be. I'm in the middle of starting my own company. And to be honest with you, like, I'm kind of not done being free a little bit. You know, kids are a lot of responsibility. And with that, obviously, I don't have the luxury of doing whatever I want, whenever I want anymore. And right now, I'm just not ready to give that up. If I were to get pregnant, obviously, I could own up to it and I could do it, but it's just not something that I'm looking to do right now. Okay, so we sort of match more intellectually, especially because I'm more of a kid at heart. Like, yes, I'm 26 years old, but I'm kind of really childish by nature. I still play video games. I still enjoy talking in weird voices and cooking brownies at, you know, 1:30 in the morning. I still enjoy going out and staying out very late. I enjoy Disney movies, and, you know, I basically, like, I enjoy a lot of kiddish things. I still like to draw, and I still like to do creative stuff, like my latest project. I was just dyeing a bunch of hoodies and everything, and to be honest with you, like, I'm not like most people my age. Like, I don't necessarily want the idea of owning a house and having a family right now. Like, mentally, I know I'm just not ready for it. Like, I kind of enjoy being at home with my dad, spending time with my family, and just kind of like doing whatever it is that I want. And when I was on the dating scene, to be honest, dating people around my age, especially because I am getting older, people around my age usually range from 24 to like 30 now. And a lot of them came with sort of things that I just couldn't seem to wrap my head around, okay? So most of the people my age, and this is just talking from my experience. You guys may not be like this. You may know a lot of people who are not like this, but this is just talking from my experience. I must have been on at least, like, I want to say anywhere between 8 and 15 dates with people my age before I started dating my you know, honey bun, who is, you know, younger than me. But either way, so I did go on multiple dates with people trying to find somebody that was closer to, you know, my age group. But a lot of them just had something that I just couldn't really deal with, you know? So the first group that I'm going to talk about are obviously a lot of them are fathers. And I am not the type of person to encourage somebody not to be a father. You know, I do not want somebody to make so much time for me that they end up forgetting to be a dad. And in some cases, it would turn into, oh, I'm blowing off my kid for you. Or like, don't worry, like, you know, I can hang out with my kid another time, and, like, you and I can do this. And, like, in my head, like, that's a little bit of a turnoff. If you have a child, that child should be your number one priority. And it's like, I appreciate you trying to sort of make time for me, but like I don't want you blowing off like your child for that, you know? And sometimes, like in some cases, it would actually turn into a whole drama issue where the baby mother would actually end up getting very upset with me, thinking that I was the one making so-and-so do this and so-and-so do that, and that was not the case at all. So it ended up being a lot more drama than I wanted it to be. And a lot of the times we did not make it to like a second, third, fourth date, whatever, just because for me it was like, hey, like you're a dad and you need to focus on being a dad, and I'm not here to argue with your baby mother, like I'm really not, you know, and it's just not something that I can do right now because I have a lot of stuff to deal with on my own. So a lot of that kind of like didn't work out, just because if they did have kids, I wanted them to focus on being a father first. All right. The second group of people we're going to talk about are the people that work so much that their idea of having a good time was going to a bar, or it was just staying inside and doing nothing. I'm a pretty active person. I like to go out. I like to go hiking. I like to, you know, go shopping. I want to go on movie dates, and, you know, I like to do a lot of stuff like that. And for me, dating somebody that was always so tired all the time, which understandably so, when you work a lot, like, yes, you get very tired, but it just wasn't good for me just because I work from home. I write books for Amazon. I, you know, have a little Poshmark business. I'm starting my own company. So for me, I have a lot of time during my hands, and it just kind of conflicted with our schedules where I would be ready to go hang out and do something on my off days, and the person was so tired that they were just like, oh, you just want to come over and Netflix and chill. It just wasn't in my interest. So, you know, a lot of that didn't work out, and there was the third group of people, which, you know, just happened to be my favorite, and theirs was more of like an idea that we needed to settle down like ASAP, you know, and it would just turn into discussions of like, okay, well, you're older and I'm older, so like, let's talk homes and babies, and like, you know, it was just too rushed, and it just wasn't something that I was interested in, you know. So I wanted to take things slow. I wanted to just kind of have fun. I want to date somebody that had a lot of energy, didn't come with a, you know, a lot of baggage that they would just dump on me all the time, you know, and like they could handle like their own thing. Because, you know, by nature, like I said, I am very childish. I am pretty immature. I like to goof around. I like to do stupid things, you know, but like, that's not needless to say. Like, my bills are paid, my credit is basically perfect, you know, I'm very responsible, I clean, I cook, you know, I do everything I have to, I take care of my 14-year-old sister. Like, yes, I have things that I have to do as well. But for me, when I started dating my 19-year-old honey bun, it was like just more fitting for me because, yes, he did have more energy. He didn't have other priorities that he should be focusing on that got in the way of us like being able to hang out and sort of spend time together. And he also wasn't so caught up on marriage and kids right now that he's actually able to... Abby! I am recording! Excuse me! Rude! Okay, so, but he wasn't so caught up in rushing to grow up that he's actually helping me build my company with me, and that's something that I thought was truly awesome, truly amazing, and we just have a lot of fun together. So, you know, we've been together for 7 months. We truly complement each other just because he does sort of appeal to like my more childish side. Like when I'm jumping on the bed and he comes in and he's just like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm jumping on the bed, you want to join me? And he's just like, yeah, you know. So like we'll just jump on the bed and smack each other with pillows and everything. Or the other day when I'm like, I dare you to fit this Whopper in your mouth, I bet you can't do it. And he's like in the middle of the restaurant, like, you know, like shoving like the whole thing in his mouth and everything. And I'm like legitimately like laughing my ass off because I think it's funny, you know. And then he's not necessarily old enough to go to the bars, so it's more like, hey, like, you want to go hiking, or like, oh, let's go on a picnic, or like, let's go to this little stream thingy, we'll take the dogs with us. And it's just a lot more fun, it's a lot more engaging, and that's exactly what I need. You know, everybody has different preferences. Like, maybe somebody else is totally fine with whatever it is that other people have to offer. But for me, dating this 19-year-old is, he gives me everything that I need. He gives me everything that I am looking for. You know, he's not trying to tie me down. He's not trying to change me in any way, shape, or form. He does play with me a lot, you know, when I'm like sitting here acting like I'm 6, you know, and for me, it's just more engaging. It's just definitely something that I needed. And that's like kind of like my main point to all this is there are always going to be people that like want to infringe like their ideas upon you and like try to tell you like, oh, well, I just don't know. Like, he's 19. He seems so immature. Why would you want to date a kid? Why don't you want to date somebody that already has the job, that already has this and that already has that? Well, because none of that means anything to me. Thank you, but no. Like, you just have to let people be happy. You know, like my one neighbor, she's actually 10 years older than her husband. And she was telling me that they got together when she was 30 and he was 20. She's like, in all honesty, this is the happiest marriage. I've been married twice before, and like, we just work. She's like, age really doesn't have a lot to do with it. Like, once they're, you know, of legal age, obviously, but like, you know, you could be 60 and you could meet somebody that's 35 and they're just perfect for you in every way, shape, or form, you know? Obviously, like, don't be out here dating kids and shit. That's not what I'm trying to tell you, you freaking weirdos. Don't be a pedophile. That shit weird, okay? But either way, like, I just don't necessarily believe that age has a huge thing to do with this. Like, if you guys are both consenting adults, as long as you guys are both consenting adults, just have fun. Do the things that you want to and don't worry about what other people have to say. Because in all honesty, I have dated people who were in their 30s, and I have dated people who were in their 20s like me. I think the youngest that I've dated was 23, and to be honest with you, my best relationship so far has been with this 19-year-old. And I think it's because for so long I was telling myself that I need to follow societal standards and cultural standards of dating somebody who is my age or older than me. And it never worked out because, to be honest, like, mentally, I just like to play a lot, and I just like to sort of be annoying, and, you know, I like to play my video games, and I like to be kind of childish. Like, that's just kind of how I am by nature, and I have a lot of energy. And it never really worked out with a lot of people my age because they were so keen on growing up, which, you know, there's nothing wrong with that, but it's just not my cup of tea. So for me, dating this 19-year-old has been truly eye-opening, and I would not trade him for the world. Like, he's amazing. He's very supportive, and he's very fun. He's very loving. And, you know, if you want to know who he is, you're going to have to follow me on social media, okay? So you can check out my Instagram to see who he is, okay? Because he's a honey. Let me tell you, he a honey, okay? And he does not look 19. But for the most part, yes, he is definitely like the love of my life, and I'm very happy with him. I'm not going to let anybody tell me anything because, in all honesty, it's my relationship. Not theirs, not my family's, not my friends, whatever. They can have whatever opinion that they want to, but there's a reason why I'm taken and happy, and you guys are still going to the bar every weekend, still trying to meet somebody. And if that's what you want to do, go ahead, fine. I'm not sitting here. I'm not judging you. You make the decisions that you want to. All I'm asking is that you respect what I'm doing, you know? So if you guys are dating somebody that is older or younger, as long as you guys are both having fun, you guys are both consenting adults, you guys are just enjoying the hell out of each other, don't worry what anyone has to say. Because everybody out here thinks that they're entitled to an opinion on your life and what makes you happy and what you can do. And I'm here to tell you that that's not the case at all. I have ignored everything that anybody has ever said about me being a cougar, or, oh, isn't it past your boyfriend's bedtime, all the stupid jokes, whatever they want to say. I don't care. Truly, I don't care. Okay? Because in all honesty, we are out here, we are having fun, we go on date nights, we have movie nights, we build forts in my bedroom, and we go to the gym together, you know, we cook together, we clean together, we take car rides at 10 p.m. to go get ice cream, and we talk about our lives, our past, our dreams. We're building a company together, you know, he's very in tune with my needs and my wants just the same way I'm in tune with his. This is the healthiest relationship that I have ever been in, point blank, period. So I'm not going to let anybody take that away from me. And if you guys are in a good relationship, don't let anybody take that away from y'all, okay? And that's all I gotta say. So if you guys have any experiences with that, we can have a discussion about it below. But yeah, real quick, also, like on the Arctic Fox update, if you watched my previous video, which I put up about 2 weeks ago, I dyed my hair, like the ends green. I have taken maybe, I want to say, like 8-9 showers in the past 2 weeks because I don't wash my hair every day, and my hair is already back to gray. So Arctic Fox is a no-go. Thanks for saving the animals and being vegan and all, but the color just doesn't stay. So I was not very impressed with it. But yeah, my hair went from green back to gray. Who cares? Whatever. I still kind of like it. I might play around and do a different color at some point. Might ask my honey, see what he thinks, okay? But like I said, if you guys have any experiences with dating somebody older, somebody younger, people trying to tell you what they think is best for you and, you know, try to put their ideas on you, like, let's open up a discussion, comment below, tell me about your relationships, things like that. I'm a very friendly person, so yeah, can't wait to talk to y'all, okay? So thank you guys for tuning into my channel. Thank you guys for checking me out. Make sure you go watch my other videos, like, subscribe, and follow me on my other social media. Love you all so much. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Goodbye.